The next subtopic in this chapter is oogenesis. So sebelum ni kita dah discuss spermatogenesis. So now we will discuss the process of formation of female gametes, or also known as ovum ataupun egg, that we call oogenesis. Similar to spermatogenesis, the process of oogenesis also starts before birth, iaitu semasa dalam bentuk fetus lagi. So as the fetus grow, a group of cells known as primordial germ cell will divide by mitosis and produce oogonium. Next, oogonium will undergo mitosis and form two daughter cells. Tetapi only one of the daughter cell will become the primary oocyte. So the other daughter cell akan remain as oogonium. So apabila salah satu daughter cell tu remain as an oogonium, so that particular daughter cell can further divide by mitosis to produce another primary oocytes and another oogonium. So maksudnya cycle ni akan repeats. So kesannya kita akan dapat many copies of primary oocytes. Primary oocyte pula akan starts to divide by meiosis 1, but the process will become arrested at prophase 1. So, division of meiosis untuk primary oocyte at this point tidak lengkap. Dia sudah enter meiosis 1, tetapi after prophase 1 completed, dia akan stop dividing. Primary oocyte akan remain as a primary oocyte at this stage of the oogenesis. At birth, inside the ovary of the female babies, kita akan jumpa many copies of primary oocyte that has entered meiosis 1, but the process was arrested at prophase 1. Semua primary oocyte tersebut can be found inside a structure known as primordial follicle. So primary oocyte itu bukannya randomly berada dalam ovary, tetapi sebenarnya dia di dalam satu structure kita panggil sebagai primordial follicle. Follicle tu macam satu structure yang akan tolong protect the primary oocyte. From the point of birth until puberty, the process of oogenesis tak akan continue. So maksudnya nothing will happen to the primary oocyte. Kenapa? Sebab at this point ovary has become inactive. So kalau ovary itu tidak aktif, maksudnya process of oogenesis pun tidak akan sambung balik. So basically primary oocyte itu just stay di dalam primordial follicle yang kita jumpa di dalam ovary. Next, only at puberty barulah the process of oogenesis akan sambung balik. Kenapa semasa puberty? Sebab semasa puberty lah akan ada stimulation by hormones. So, the hormone stimulation will cause the primary oocyte to continue meiosis 1 at prophase 1. Barulah akan ada two daughter cell. Tetapi daripada dua daughter cell tersebut, hanya satu sahaja daughter cell is known as secondary oocyte. The other daughter cell is known as the first polar body. So the main thing yang kita akan notice, the differences between secondary oocyte and the first polar body is the size of the cytoplasm. Sepatutnya apabila meiosis itu berlaku and then followed by cytokinesis, both of the daughter cell akan receive almost equal amount of cytoplasm. Tetapi untuk oogenesis, apabila primary oocyte divide by meiosis 1 and then followed by cytokinesis, proses cytokinesis itu berlaku secara unequal. Kenapa unequal? Sebab salah satu sahaja daripada daughter cell akan receive most of the cytoplasm. So the other daughter cell akan dapat almost none of the cytoplasm. So polar body, oleh kerana dia ada sikit saja cytoplasm, so dia tak cukup nutrient untuk continue to survive. So eventually the polar body akan degenerate ataupun die. So secondary oocyte sahaja yang akan survive and continue the process of oogenesis. Next, the secondary oocyte akan start to divide by meiosis 2, but this time the process will become arrested at metaphase 2. So sama macam primary oocyte tadi, mula-mula dia masuk dulu meiosis 1 tetapi dia stop at prophase 1. So ingat, the process of oogenesis akan berlaku serentak dengan development of follicle. So tadi start dengan primordial follicle at birth. So apabila oogenesis sambung at puberty, follicle pun sama akan sambung to grow daripada puberty. So at this point, primordial follicle tadi sudah berubah menjadi a mature follicle. So di dalam mature follicle tu kita akan jumpa secondary oocyte yang sudah enter meiosis 2 tetapi the process become arrested at metaphase 2. After ovulation occur, iaitu ovulation merujuk kepada the follicle tadi akan ruptures, pecah. So the secondary oocyte will be released from the follicle and then from the ovary untuk masuk ke dalam fallopian tube. So ingat, tadi follicle tu berada di dalam ovary. So once the follicle mature and inside the follicle tu ada secondary oocyte yang sudah masuk meiosis 2 tetapi stop at metaphase 2. So secondary oocyte tu tadi akan keluar from the follicle and then keluar from the ovary untuk masuk ke dalam fallopian tube. So itu adalah ovulation. So next, inside the fallopian tube, if fertilization occur, maksudnya ada sperm datang and fertilizes the secondary oocyte, barulah the process of meiosis 2 tadi will continue at metaphase 2. So once the meiosis 2 completed, then we will get the female gametes which is the ovum. Sama juga macam meiosis 1. So during meiosis 2, after the process completed and then cytokinesis occur, so the division of the cytoplasm pun akan unequal, tidak sama rata. So hasilnya only one of the daughter cell akan dapat most of the cytoplasm and this particular daughter cell is known as ovum. So the other daughter cell yang tak dapat banyak cytoplasm tu akan become the second polar body. Similar to the first polar body, so the second polar body pun will eventually degenerate. Nampak tak? Proses ni hanya complete if there is fertilization. So katakan kalau tak ada fertilization, the secondary oocyte tadi akan remain as a secondary oocyte. And eventually, the secondary oocyte will be removed from the uterus semasa menstruation, semasa period berlaku. So kalau ada fertilization saja, oogenesis tu akan complete untuk form ovum, which is the female gametes. And then ovum akan fuse with the sperm nucleus to form the zygote.